really don't think you have anything to worry about, Charlie Brown. After all, science has shown that a person's character isn't really established until they're at least 5 years old.
But I am 5. I'm more than 5.
Oh, well, that's the way it goes.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. The only thing wrong with my big brother, Charlie Brown, is his lack of confidence. His inferiority and his lack of confidence. His clumsiness, his inferiority and his lack of confidence. His stupidity, his clumsiness, his inferiority and his lack of confidence, and his...
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown.
You're the kind of reminder we need.
Did you know that Charlie Brown has never pitched a winning baseball game? Has never won a game of checkers, has never been able to keep a kite in the air, and has never successfully punted a football? Sometimes I marvel at his consistency. Have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed.
I think Charlie Brown has nice hands.
It is truly a dog's life. You try acting excited when that round-headed kid comes home from school.
You're a prince, and a prince could be king.
Now, Linus, I want you to take a good look at Charlie Brown's face. Would you please hold still a minute, Charlie Brown? I want Linus to study your face. Now, this is what you call a failure face. Notice how it has failure written all over it. Study it carefully. You rarely see such a good example. Notice the deep lines, the dull, vacant look in the eyes. Yes, I would say this is one of the finest examples of a failure face that you're liable to see for a long while.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Some days, I like to wake up early to watch the sunrise. And I think how beautiful it is. And how my life lies before me. And I get a really positive feeling about things. Like this morning, for instance. The sky is so clear and the sun's so bright. How could anything go wrong on a day like this? I'm late.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare indeed. You're a good man, Charlie Brown, and we know you will go very far. Yes, it's hard to believe, almost frightening to conceive what a good man you are.
You are kind.
You are kind to all the animals and every little bird. With a heart of gold, you believe what you're told.
Every single solitary word.
You bravely face adversity. You're cheerful through the day. You're thoughtful, brave, and courteous.
And you also have some faults, but for the moment, let's just say that
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince, and a prince could be king. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors. You could go out and do anything. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be king.
Everybody says to me,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
every voice in harmony.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
All I need is one more try. Gotta get that to make a scene. A good man, yes, but I confess I don't know what they mean. I want to rise like I should and do everything right, but I lie awake at night,
Never sleep,
with questions in my ear.
loud and deep.
I want to join the dance,
Take the leap.
but the answer isn't clear. Then I
Charlie Brown, Charlie Brown.
You're a good man.
Get on the bus!
Get on the bus.
Go ahead, get on the bus, Charlie Brown.
Be late for school.
That's right. Don't want to be late. Don't want to be late for school.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're the kind of reminder we need. You have humility, nobility, and a sense of honor that is very rare in between. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a prince and a prince could begin. With a heart such as yours, you could open any doors you could own. You could be King Charlie Brown. You could be king. You could be king.
must end. I've memorized that phrase by heart.
You were born for this part. You're a good man.
Need to know it.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
When do the good things start?
You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown. You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
This is my report on the past. The past has always interested people. I must admit, however, I don't know much about it. I wasn't here when it happened.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. Having to sit here alone. Of course, mornings aren't so pleasant either. Lying there and wondering if anybody would really miss me if I never got out of bed. Then there's the nighttime too. Lying there and thinking about all of the stupid things that I've done during the day. And all of the hours in between when I do those stupid things. Well, lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. Well, I guess I'd better see what I've got. Peanut butter. Some psychiatrists say that people who eat peanut butter sandwiches are lonely. I guess they're right. And when you're really lonely, the peanut butter sticks to the roof of your mouth. Boy, the PTA sure did a good job of painting these benches. There's that cute little redheaded girl eating her lunch over there. I wonder what she would do if I went over and asked her if I could sit and have lunch with her. She'd probably laugh right in my face. It's hard on a face when it gets laughed in. There's an empty place next to her on the bench. There is no reason why I couldn't just go over and sit there. I could do that right now. All I have to do is stand up. I'm standing up. I'm sitting down. I am a coward. I'm so much of a coward that she wouldn't even think of looking at me. She hardly ever does look at me. In fact, I can't remember her ever looking at me. Why shouldn't she look at me? Is there any reason in the world why she shouldn't look at me? Is she so great and I'm so small that she can't spare one little moment? me. She's looking at me.
No, Sally, you're thinking of that other dress. The one I wore to Lucinda's party. The one I'm talking about was the very light blue one and had a design embroidered around the waist.
I don't remember.
Yes, well, it looked something like this. And the skirt went out like this. And it had these puffy sleeves. And a sash like this.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yes, well, that was the one I was wearing when I met Frida, and she told me she'd seen one just like it over it.
Lunchtime is among the worst times of day for me. If that little red-headed girl is looking at me with this stupid bag over my head, she must think I'm the biggest fool alive. But if she isn't looking at me, maybe I could take it off quickly, and she'd never notice it. On the other hand, I can't tell if she's looking until I take it off. Then again, if I never take it off, I'll never have to know if she was looking or not. On the other hand, it's very hard to breathe in here. She's not looking at me. I wonder why she never looks at me. Oh well, one more lunch hour over with, only 2,863 to go. All I need is one more try. Gotta get that kite to fly. And I'm not the kind of guy who gives up easily.
You're a good man. You're a good man.
Do you know something, Schroeder? I think the way you play the piano is nice. Do you know something else? It's always been my dream that I'd marry a man who plays the piano. At parties he'd play something nice like April showers. I'm sure you could play something nice like April showers. Or even Frère Jacques. Beethoven's nice too. Just imagine, what would you think if someday you and I should get married? Wouldn't you like that if someday we two should get married? My Aunt Marion was right. Never try to discuss marriage with a musician.
Happiness is a fleeting thing, Sally. But I think a man can really come closer to it by directing the forces of his life towards a single goal that he believes in. I don't think a man's personal search for happiness is a selfish thing either, because by achieving happiness himself, he can help others to find it. Does that make sense to you?
We had spaghetti at our house 3 times this week.
You know, a princess sort of thing. Nice dress, and white slippers, and a big ballroom. But I guess that's sort of silly, isn't it, Charlie Brown?
Oh, no. Well, I mean, we all have those sort of daydreams or ambitions or whatever you want to call them. I mean, I've had one myself for years, but I've never told anyone.
What is it, Charlie Brown? You can tell me.
Well, it's not the sort of thing that I should tell. No, I don't think I should.
Oh, come on. I wouldn't give it away. Come on, please.
Well, I've always wanted to be called Flash. I hate the name Charlie. I'd like to be so athletic that all around I'd be known as Flash. I'd like to be so good at everything that all around school I'd be known as
Hey,
Flash.
Frida, listen to this.
Ow. What's the matter, Sally?
Well, I don't know. I was jumping rope, and everything was all right, and then suddenly, it all seemed so futile.
Beethoven used to be fond of taking long walks in the country. He was always so inspired by the beautiful sounds of the countryside.
You blockhead! Come back here with that ball!
Beethoven had it nice.
I think I'm losing my flavor.
Hey, Snoopy. I'm home from school. Hiya, fella. Gosh, it's good to see you.
Oh, Snoopy, you're so adorable.
All right, back on your doghouse. I'll be out later with your supper.
I think Snoopy's such a wonderful dog.
Me too. He's just about the best there is. They like me. I think they're swell. Isn't it remarkable how things turned out so well? Pleasant day, pretty sky, life goes on. Here I lie, not bad at all. Cozy home, board and bed, sturdy roof beneath my head. Not bad at all. Faithful friends always near me, bring me bones, scratch my ear. Little birds come and cheer me every day. Sitting here on my stomach with their sharp little claws, which are usually cold and occasionally painful, and sometimes there are so many that I can hardly stand it. Rats! I feel every now and then that I gotta fight someone. I know very, very well what I wanna be. A fierce jungle animal crouched on the limb of a tree. La 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 la. I'd stay very, very still till I see the victim come. I'd wait knowing very well every second counts. And then like the fierce jungle creature I am, I would pounce. I'd pounce. I'd pounce. Hi, you know, I never realized it was so far down to the ground from here. Let me see. Where was I? Oh, that's right. The pretty sky. Not bad. Not bad at all. Cozy home. Board and bed. Sturdy roof. Beneath my head. Not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wonder if it'll snow tonight. I think I'll walk right up to that little red-headed girl and introduce myself. I think I'll introduce myself, and then I think I'll ask her to come and sit and have lunch with me. I think I'll ask her to sit by me, and then I think I'll tell her how much I've always admired her. I think I'll flap my arms and fly to the moon. Yesterday, I was a dog. Today, I'm still a dog. Tomorrow, I'll probably still be a dog. There's just so little hope of advancement.
Today is April Fool's Day, Charlie Brown. I think I'll play a little trick on you. I think I'll try a little trick. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? You understand it's April Fool's Day? You're sure? I want to be certain you understand. All right. Hey, Charlie Brown, that little red-haired girl is over there, and she wants to give you a hug and a kiss.
Really? Wow, this is fantastic!
April Fool? Just like shooting fish in a barrel.
Snoopy, see the stick? I, the human being, shall throw the stick, and you, the dog, shall fetch it.
I, the dog, could not be less interested.
I've got it, I've got it, I've got it! Woo!
You give me back my blanket!
No! I've got it and I'm gonna keep it. This is just the start you need to break that disgusting habit of yours.
Apparently, you haven't read the latest scientific reports. A blanket is just as important to a child as a hobby is to an adult. Many a man spends his days collecting model trains or restoring antique automobiles or even studying about the Civil War. This is called playing with the past.
Really?
Certainly. And this is good, for it helps these men to cope with their everyday problems. Now, I feel that it's going to be absolutely necessary for me to get my blanket back. So, I'm just going to give it a good yink. It's amazing what you can accomplish with a little smooth talking and some fast action. Got you back again. Delightful. La-di-da-di-la, la-la-la, la-di-da-di-da, la-la-di-da. Sucking your thumb without a blanket is like eating a cone without ice cream. My blanket and me.
Guys, come here. You've got to see this.
It will not do. You must allow me to tell you how ardently I admire and love you.
Look at my little baby brother Linus with his little baby blanket.
There's your baby brother with his silly little blanket.
Well, you know how babies are with their blankets.
Yeah, I do.
What do you mean? It's a cozy sanctuary, but it's far from necessary, 'cause I'm just as self-reliant as before. As a simple demonstration of my independent station, I will go away and leave it on the floor. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it, though I know you won't believe it. I'll just walk away and leave it on the floor. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yes, I'll walk away and leave it on the. Don't you ever let me do that again.
You're a hopeless case, Linus.
I thought I could do it.
I'm sure you did.
I really thought I could do it. Oh, silly blanket. How will I ever get rid of you? blanket.
And me. And me.
And me.
And me.
And me.
Linus, do you know what I intend? I intend to be queen. When I grow up, I'm going to be the biggest queen there ever was. And I'll live in this big palace with a big front lawn. And I'll have lots of beautiful dresses to wear. And when I go out in my coach, all the
Lucy.
all the people will wave and I will shout at them. And
Lucy! Lucy, I believe queen is an inherited title. Yes, I'm quite sure. A person can only become a queen by being born into a royal family of the correct lineage so that they can assume the throne after the death of the reigning monarch. I can't think of any possible way you could ever become a queen. I'm sorry, Lucy, but it's true.
And in the summertime, I will go to my summer palace, and I'll wear my crown and swimming and everything, and all the people will cheer, and I will shout at them. And what do you mean I can't be queen?
It's true.
There must be a loophole. This kind of thing always has a loophole. No one should be kept from being a queen if she wants to be one. It's undemocratic.
Oh, good grief.
It's usually just a matter of knowing the right people. I bet a few pieces of well-placed correspondence and I get to be queen in no time.
I think I'll watch television.
I know what I'll do. If I can't be queen, then I'll be very rich. I'll work and work until I'm very, very rich. And then I will buy myself a queendom.
Good grief, Lucy.
Yes, I'll buy myself a queendom, and then I'll kick out the old queen and take over the whole operation myself. I will be head queen. Okay, now switch channels.
You kidding me? I'm not one of your royal subjects. What makes you think you can just walk right in here and take over?
These 5 fingers, individually, they are nothing. But when I curl them together into a single unit, they become a fighting force terrible to behold!
Yes, Your Majesty.
Supper time? Not yet.
Supper time?
Not yet.
The sea? The sea? I gotta see a coat hanger sculpture. How could anyone get a C in a coat hanger sculpture? May I ask a question? Was I being judged on the sculpture itself? If so, is it not true that time alone can judge a work of art? Or was I being judged on my talent? If so, is it right that I be judged on a part of my life over which I have no control? If I was judged on my effort, well, then I was judged unfairly, for I tried as hard as I could. Or was I judged on what I'd learned about this project? If so, is it not true that you my teacher, were also being judged on your ability to transmit your knowledge to me. Are you willing to share my fee? Or perhaps I was being judged on the quality of coat hangers out of which my creation was made. Now, is this not also unfair? Am I to be judged by the quality of coat hangers used by the dry cleaning establishment that returns our garments? Is this not the responsibility of my parents? Should they not share my fee? Thank you, Miss Hoffmer. Squeaky wheel gets the grease.
The more speed, the more tact, the less rise, the more slack. Gotta face this big lippy now. Gotta make sure it doesn't snag, it doesn't droop, it doesn't drag. I gotta watch out for every little whoops. The less speed, the more tact, the less rise, the more slack. Gotta keep my wits about me now. Gotta make sure it doesn't get the best of me till I get it in the air somehow. Millions of little kids do it every day. They make a kite and poof, it's in the sky. Leave it up to me to have the one fool kite who likes to see a little kid cry. The less talk, the more skill, the less luck, the more will. Gotta face this fella eye to eye. Now that I've seen you chasing moles, climbing trees, digging holes, catching a string on everything passing by, why not fly? Wait a minute. What's it doing? It isn't on the ground. It isn't in a tree. It's in the air. Look at that. It's caught the breeze now. It's past the trees now with room to spare. What a beautiful sight. And I'm not such a clumsy guy. If I really try, I can really fly.
How are you today, Sally?
I'm mad. I'm mad at the whole world.
Are you mad at everybody in the whole world?
I'm mad at everybody.
Well, are you mad at all the animals and the birds and the fish? How about the trees and the flowers?
I'm mad at them too. I'm mad at everything.
Well, are you mad at the sky and the stars? How about the ground and the rocks? Are you mad at cars and buildings? How about TVs and circuses and roller skates and bracelets?
You didn't mention jump ropes.
Sally, are you mad at jump ropes?
I'm especially mad at stupid jump ropes.
Here, Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. No, that doesn't sound right. This is for you, Lucy. Happy Valentine's Day. You can do it if you just don't get nervous. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Happy Valentine's Day. You got this? Deep breaths. Here, Lucy, this is for you. Merry Christmas. Oh, I'd give anything if that little redheaded girl sent me a Valentine. Maybe she did send me one, and it's in my mailbox right now. I'm afraid to look. If I look and it's not there, I'll be crushed. But if she did send me one, I've got to look. Hello? Nothing echoes like an empty mailbox.
I've been thinking about why you didn't get any Valentine's, big brother. I think I figured it out. You see, you didn't get any Valentines because no one sent you any.
I can't stand it. Look at them all laughing and enjoying themselves with their Valentines. I sent a Valentine to everyone I know this year. And did I get any in return? No, not one. I did not get one single Valentine. Everybody gets Valentines but me. Nobody likes me. I get about as many Valentines as a dog. My stomach hurts.
And this one's pink, and this one's red, and this one's pink, and this one's Celtic style.
Oh, Lucy, I'm so depressed. Everything's going wrong. I don't know what to do.
I'm sorry to hear that, Charlie Brown. Maybe there's something I can do to help. What I think you need most of all is to come right out and admit all the things that are wrong with you.
Do you really think that'll help?
Certainly.
All right, I'll try. I'm not very handsome or clever or lucid. I've always been stupid at spelling and numbers. I've never been much playing football or baseball or stickball or checkers or marbles or ping pong. I'm usually awful at parties and dances. I stand like a stick, or I cough, or I laugh, or I don't bring a present, or I spill the ice cream, or I get so depressed that I stand and I scream. Oh, how could there possibly be one small person as thoroughly, totally, utterly blah as me?
Well, that's okay for a starter.
A starter?
Certainly. You don't think that mentioning a few superficial failings is gonna do you any good, do you? Why, Charlie Brown, you really have to delve. You're stupid, self-centered, and moody.
I'm moody.
You're terribly dull to be with.
Yes, I am. And nobody likes me, not Frida, or Shermie, or Linus, or Schroeder,
Or Lucy.
or Lucy,
Or Snoopy.
or Snoopy. Wait a minute, Snoopy likes me.
He only pretends to like you because you feed him. That doesn't count.
Or Snoopy. Oh, why was I born just to be a small person is thoroughly, totally, utterly.
Wait! You're not very much of a person,
That's certain.
and yet there is reason for hope.
There's hope?
For although you are no good at music like Schroeder, or happy like Snoopy, or lovely like me, you have the distinction to be no one else but the singular, remarkable, unique Charlie Brown.
I'm me.
Yes, it's amazingly true. For whatever it's worth, Charlie Brown, you're you.
Gosh, Lucy, you know something? I'm beginning to feel better already. You're a true friend, Lucy. A true friend.
That'll be 5 cents, please.
I couldn't decide if I wanted fudge marble, chocolate, rocky road, vanilla, or butter pecan. I decided to try fudge marble. Then I had to choose between a plain cone and a sugar cone. I decided on a sugar cone. So what happened? I went out the door and dropped the whole thing on the sidewalk. Don't tell me my life isn't a Shakespearean tragedy.
Today is my grandfather's birthday.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 63. Wow. Yeah. It's hard to believe he was once a human being.
Why is it I always have my supper in the red dish and my drinking water in the yellow dish? One of these days, I'm gonna have my supper in the yellow dish and my drinking water in the red dish. Life is just too short not to live it up a little.
Schroeder, do piano players make a lot of money?
Money? Who cares about money? This is art, you blockhead. This is great music I'm playing, and playing great music is an art. Do you hear me? An art! Art, 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 art!
You fascinate me. What? What? What?
Call the principal and hand him the news. We've got a holiday that he can't refuse. A day of harmony, a day of music. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
A reverential mission.
Beethoven Day?
The hope of each musician. Known for him, man, you're the guy to stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
Yes, as in Ludwig van Beethoven, composer, born 1770, died 1827. The eldest of 3 sons, Ludwig's mother was the daughter of the chief overseer of the kitchens at the palace at Egbertstein.
Whatever. Schroeder, I just want you to know that I'm on your side. I want to help you publicity-wise with Beethoven's birthday. After all, this is a really big thing.
I appreciate your support, Lucy. I just don't want to see Beethoven's birthday commercialized.
Commercialized?
Yes, the next thing you know, they'll be wearing Beethoven Day t-shirts.
Beethoven Day.
If you're wondering how do we start, just blow the music till you know it by heart. We're gonna celebrate. We'll have a party. Beethoven's birthday.
Beethoven Day.
And when you say the title,
Beethoven Day.
you hear it get excited. Right a big boy, girl, stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day. Beethoven Day.
Beethoven Day.
A philharmonic rumble.
Beethoven Day.
A polyphonic jumble, a humble dedication as we stand up and say, hooray, Beethoven, hooray.
I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. We'll demand full-page ads in every single newspaper.
We'll start a chain of Beethoven superstores.
We could build a Beethoven theme park.
We could have a bake sale. Wait! That's too commercial. Let's imagine it, that glorious hour, filled with emotion and inspired with power, when we all honor the man we adore. On the day we place the newest face on Mount Rushmore, Mount Rushmore.
Beethoven Day.
A moment of reflection,
Beethoven Day.
a classical injection. So facing this direction, we begin today. A musical collection, everybody is great. So right a big boy, girl, stand up and say, hooray, hooray, Beethoven Day. Hooray.
All right, everybody up for rabbit chasing.
Oh, good grief.
Let's go, Snoopy, up and at 'em. It's a magnificent day for chasing rabbits. The air is clear, the sun is shining, the fields and the woodlands lie open and inviting.
If it's such a magnificent day, why spoil it for the rabbits?
Come on, Snoopy. Where's that old thrill of the chase? Where's your spirit of adventure? What kind of dog are you anyway?
I am a sleeping dog. You take it from there.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Wasting a perfect day like this. The scent is fresh. The trail is clear. Now let's go out there and track us down a big old rabbit. Woo! Snoopy's my favorite dog in the world.
Well, I get the feeling she's determined.
Let's do this.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's what she wants?
Yeah.
She might as well get her money's worth.
What? Atta boy, Snoopy. Let's put some back into it. Come on, come on. Hold it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We ought to see lots of game today.
Sometimes, when you're depressed, all you want to do is nothing. All you want to do is lean your head on your arm and stare into space. Sometimes, this can go on for hours. If you're unusually depressed, you may have to switch arms.
Schroeder, what did you do with that picture of me I gave you?
I threw it away.
With your own hands?
Yeah.
He touched my picture! Yay!
You know, this has been a bad time for me, Linus. If I'm lucky, maybe tomorrow will be a better day.
Well, in some parts of the world, tomorrow is already today, and today is yesterday. If tomorrow is already today, Charlie Brown, there's no way that tomorrow can be a better day.
You're a lot of fun to have around.
Chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits. chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits, chasing rabbits.
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 Rabbits?
Rabbits?
A book report on Peter
A book
Rabbit.
report on
Peter
Peter
Rabbit.
Report on Peter
Rabbit. Peter Rabbit is the stupid book about a stupid rabbit who steals vegetables from other people's gardens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 83 to go.
The name of the book about which this book report is about is Peter Rabbit, which is about this rabbit. I found it very. I liked the part where it was it reminded me of Robin Hood. And the part where Little Joe Jumper lived after the sheriff of Nottingham's back. And then Robin and everyone swung to the trees in a sudden surprise attack. And they captured the sheriff and all of his goods, and they carried him back to their camp in the woods. And the sheriff was guessing their dinner at all, but he wriggled away and he sounded to call, and his men rushed in and the arrows flew. Peter Rabbit did sort of that kind of thing too.
The other people's name was McGregor. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
In examining a work such as Peter Rabbit, it is important that the superficial characteristics of its deceptively simple plot should not be allowed to blind the reader to the more substantial fabric of its deeper motivations. In this report, I plan to discuss the sociological implications of family pressure so great as to drive an otherwise moral rabbit to perform acts of thievery, which he consciously knew were against the law. I also plan to explore the personalities of Mr. McGregor and his conflicting roles as farmer and humanitarian. Peter Rabbit had established at the start.
If I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all. I'll get a fresh start tomorrow, and it's not due till Wednesday, and so I'll have all of Tuesday unless something should happen. Why does this always happen? I should be outside playing, getting fresh air and sunshine. I work best under pressure, and there'll be lots of pressure if I wait till tomorrow. I should start writing now, but if I start writing now when I'm not really rested, it could upset my thinking, which is no good at all.
The name of the rabbit was Peter. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ha!
Just then an arrow flew in the wind, and Robin fell like a sack full of lead. Crash! The sheriff laughed, and he left him for dead. Ha! But he was wrong.
35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40.
Just then an arrow flew in. Whoo! It was a sign for the fight to begin. See! And then it looked like the sheriff would win. Ha! But not for long. Away they ran. Just like rabbits who run a lot. As you can tell from the story of Peter Rabbit, which this report is about.
Rabbits, 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 chasing rabbits. How can they expect us to ride a book report and in just 2 days? How can they conspire to make life so miserable and so effectively in so many ways?
Not to mention the extreme pressures exerted upon him by his deeply rooted rivalry with Flopsy, Mopsy, and Bobtail.
and
495. The very, very, very end.
Amen.
A book report on Peter Rabbit. Haven't even started yet.
Here's the World War I flying ace, high over France in his Sopwith camel, searching for the infamous Red Baron. I must bring him down. Suddenly, anti-aircraft fire, Archie, we used to call it, begins to burst beneath my plane. The Red Baron has spotted me. You can't hit me. Actually, tough flying aces never say nya nya nya. It just, drat this fog. It's hard enough having to fight the Red Baron without having to fly in weather like this. All right, Red Baron, where are you? You can't hide forever. The sun has broken through the clouds. I can see the woods of Mont below. And what's this? It's a Fokker triplane! Ha! I've got you this time, Red Baron! Ah! He's diving out of the sun! He's tricked me again! Come on, Sopwith Camel! We've gotta run! Go, Camel, go! Curse you, Red Baron! Curse you and your kind! Curse the evil that causes all this unhappiness! Here's the World War I ace back at the aerodrome in France. He's exhausted, yet he does not sleep, for one thought continues to burn in his mind. Someday, I will get you, Red Baron.
Oh, yeah? That's what you think. Oh, yeah? That's what you think. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. That's what you think. Oh, yeah? Boop, that's what you think.
What?
That's my new philosophy. Oh, yeah? That's what you think.
Why are you telling me?
What?
Why are you telling me?
Well, why are you telling me? I like it. That's a good philosophy. Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me? Why are you telling me my new philosophy? The teacher gave a D on last week's homework. She said, Miss Sally Brown, your grades are going down. I could have told her.
Your new philosophy.
Philosophy.
Miss B,
I'm she.
look, see.
A D.
A D.
Well, why are you telling me? And that's my new philosophy.
That's your new philosophy.
Why are you telling me my new philosophy?
That's great, Sally. But I've got to go practice Chopin's Nocturne in B flat minor.
No! I like it. No! That's a good philosophy. No! No! No!
Oh, so that's your new philosophy, huh?
Yes! I mean, no! Just like a busy bee, each new philosophy can fly from tree to tree and keep me moving. When life's a daisy maze on alternating days, I choose a different phrase.
Your new philosophy.
New philosophy.
Sally, some philosophies are simple. Man does not live on bread alone. Some philosophies are clear.
Leave your message at the sound of the tone.
Some philosophies pick and choose, deciding what goes in its song. Take a lifetime.
Take a minute.
But Sally, any philosophy that only takes a minute can't be very lasting. For instance, Beethoven took over 2 years to complete his brilliant Ninth Symphony.
No!
I can't stand it!
I can't stand it! I like it. It's like a guarantee, my new philosophy, and things are sure to be a whole lot brighter. Oh yeah, that's what you think? Well, why you telling me? No, I can't stand it. Now life is free and easy, much more philosophy we will brand new. You know, someone has once said that we should live each day as if it were the last day of our life. This is the last day? This is it? I only have 24 hours left. Help me, help me, help me! This is the last day! Clearly, some philosophies aren't for all people. And that's my new philosophy.
All right, gang, I want everyone out there playing with everything he's got. I want this to be our biggest and best game of the season.
Charlie Brown, I thought up some new strategy for you. Why don't you tell the other team we're gonna play them at a certain place? Only it isn't the real place, see? And then, when they don't show up, we'll win by forfeit. Isn't that good strategy? I just don't understand these managers who don't want to use good strategy.
The thing we have to remember is spirit and teamwork. If we really just grit our teeth and bear down, I'm sure we can
Hey, you know,
finish.
Charlie Brown, that other team was trash talking us. But I got back at them, you see. I said, you guys think you're so great. Well, Mozart was writing symphonies when he was your age. I really shut him up.
I bet it did. If we really just grit our teeth and bear down, I'm sure we can finish this season
You
off.
know, Charlie Brown, maybe you shouldn't be a playing manager. Maybe you should be a bench manager.
That's a good idea. You'd be a great bench manager, Big Brother. You could say bench do this or bench do that. You could even be in charge of where they put the bench. When we get to the playing field, you could say, let's put the bench here, or let's put the bench right there. Yeah.
I can't stand it.
What's the sense of our playing when we know we're gonna lose? If there was even 1,000,000 to 1 chance we might win, it would make some sense.
Yeah.
Well, there may not be 1,000,000 to 1 chance, but I'm sure there's at least 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance.
Yeah!
Give me a T.
T.
Give me an A.
T.
Give me an A.
A.
Give me an M.
M.
What do you got?
Team! There is no team like the best team, which is our team right here. We will show you we're the best team in a very little league this year. And in no time, we'll be big time with the big league baseball stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game, and the championship is ours.
Dear pen pal, you'll never guess what happened today at the baseball game. It's hard to believe what happened today at the baseball game. I was the manager, Schroeder was catcher, and all of the team was the same as always, but somehow or other disaster struck at the baseball game. Look! Break! Swing!
Let's go!
See what I mean? 3 balls, 2 strikes. The bases were loaded with 2 men out. I pitched my curve, but somehow he hit a good, strong cutout. Lucy, I hollered, it's coming right to ya. She caught it as easy as pie, then dropped it. I don't think it's good for a team's morale to see their manager cry. Snoopy helped out by biting a runner and catching the ball in his teeth. Linus caught flies from a 3rd-story window by holding his blanket beneath. Yes, we had fortitude, no one could argue with that. And 1 run would win us the game as I came up to bat.
Charlie Brown.
There is no. All right, Charlie Brown. We're all behind you.
Which is on
Sort of. I mean, this kid can't pitch. He pitches like my grandmother, Charlie Brown. All you have to do is bear down.
And in no
Bear down.
time,
When you
we'll be
get to
big
first,
time
watch me
with the big league
Got it,
baseball
Matt?
stars. For all we have to do is win just one more game.
And the championship is ours.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and me with 1 strike to go. Then I saw her, this cute little red-headed girl I know. Firmly I vowed I would win it for her, and I shouldered my bat and I swung. Dear pen pal, I'm told where you live is really quite far. Would you please send directions on how I can get where you are?
Your friend, Charlie Brown.
I'm sorry to have to say it right to your face, Lucy, but it's true. You're a very crabby person. I know your crabbiness has probably become so natural to you now that you're not even aware when you're being crabby, but it's true. You're a very crabby person, and you're crabby to just about everyone. Now, I hope that you take this in the spirit that it's meant. I believe Socrates was very right when he said one of the first rules for anyone in life is to know thyself. Well, I guess I've said about enough. I hope I haven't offended you or anything.
Well, what's Socrates got to do with it anyway, huh? Who is she anyway? Did she ever get to be queen? Tell me that! Did she ever get to be queen? Did she ever get to be queen? Who was Socrates anyway? Know thyself.
Hey, Snoopy, you want to come out and help me get my arm back in shape? Watch out for this one. It's a new fastball. Oh, hi, Lucy.
Excuse me, Charlie Brown, but I wondered if you mind answering a few questions?
Oh, certainly, Lucy.
First of all, I'd like to ask, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate me in regards to crabbiness?
Well,
Your ballots need not be signed, and all answers will be held in strictest confidence.
Still, Lucy, that's a very difficult question to answer.
You may have a few moments to think it over if you'd like, or we can come back to that question later.
I think I'd like to come back to it later if you don't mind.
This next question deals with certain character traits you may have observed regarding personality. Would you say that mine was A, forceful, B, pleasing, or C, objectionable? Would that be A, B, or C? What would your answer be to that, Charlie Brown? A, B, or C? Charlie Brown,
Well, I guess I'd have to say forceful, but
Forceful. I see. Well, we'll just make a check mark next to the letter A then. Now, would you rate my ability to get along with other people as poor, fair, good, or excellent?
Well, I suppose that depends a lot on what you mean by get along with other people.
Oh, you know. Make friends, sparkle in a crowd, that sort of thing.
Is there a space for abstention?
Certainly. I'll just put a check mark at none of the above. This next question deals with physical appearance. In referring to my beauty, would you say that I was stunning, mysterious, or intoxicating?
I don't know, Lucy. You look just fine to me.
Stunning. All right, Charlie Brown. I think we should get back to that first question. On a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average.
Remember the question, Lucy.
Well,
51?
51 is your crabbiness rating for me. All right, then. That about does it, I guess. Thank you very much for helping with this survey, Charlie Brown. Your cooperation has been greatly appreciated.
It was a pleasure, Lucy. Anytime. Come on, Snoopy.
Oh, just a minute. One more question. Would you answer yes or no to the question, is Lucy Van Pelt the sort of person you'd like to have as president of your club or civic organization?
Oh, yes, by all means, Lucy.
Yes, well, that about does it, I think. Well, who asked you? Let's see. That's 51, none of the above. Schroeder was right. I can already feel myself being filled with the glow of self-awareness. Oh, Sally, I'm conducting a survey and I wonder...
110. See? 4. None of the above. No. And what are you going to do about the dent you made in my bicycle?
It's amazing how fast word of these surveys gets around. Oh, Linus, I'm so glad you're here. I'm conducting a survey and I wondered if you mind answering a few questions.
Sure, go ahead.
First of all, I'd like to ask, on a scale of 0 to 100, using a standard of 50 as average, 75 is above average, and 90 is exceptional, where would you rate me in regards to crabbiness?
You're my big sister.
That's not the question.
No, but that's the answer.
Come on, Linus. Answer the question.
Look, Lucy, I know if I give any sort of honest answer to that question, you're just going to slug me.
Linus.
Ugh.
A survey that is not based upon honest answers is like a house that is built upon a foundation of sand. Would I be spending my time to conduct this survey if I didn't expect complete candor in all of the responses? I promise not to slug you. Now, what number would you give me as your crabbiness rating?
95. Oh.
It's a woman's prerogative to change her mind. Now, I just add these two columns together and that gives me my answer. There. It's all done. Now let's see what we've got. It's true. I'm a crabby person. I'm a very crabby person and everyone knows it. I've been spreading crabbiness everywhere I go. I'm a super crab. It's a wonder anyone will still talk to me. It's a wonder I have any friends at all, or even associates. I've done nothing but make life miserable for everyone. I've done nothing but breed unhappiness and resentment. Where did I go wrong? How can I be so selfish? How can...
Lucy, what's wrong?
Don't talk to me, Linus. I don't deserve to be spoken to. I don't deserve to breathe the air I breathe.
Well, that's not true,
I'm
Lucy.
no good, Linus. I'm no good.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. I'm no good, and there's no reason at all why I should still deserve to go on living on the face of this earth.
Yes, there is.
Name one. Just give me one good reason why I should still deserve to go on living on this planet.
Well, for one thing, you have a little brother who loves you. Every now and then, I I say the right thing.
Of course it's surprising, but I'm sure Lucy knows now she can't be crabby anymore.
Anymore.
Now, where is everybody? I told them to be here.
You told them to be here.
If we don't rehearse, we can't sing at the assembly tomorrow.
Assembly tomorrow.
Charlie Brown!
Brown!
Linus!
Lucy! Give me that pencil, you blockhead!
No, not until you give me back my crayons.
That's my best
Oh.
pencil, you block. If you don't give me back my pencil, I'm gonna tell Sally what you've said about her.
Would you stop that? We've got to rehearse. You're late.
What did you say about me last
He said,
Lucy! Stop that!
Sorry I'm late, but
Look,
Snoopy
there's
had...
no time to be sorry. We've got to rehearse.
What did he say?
he said,
Quiet! Now remember, this is a mood piece. We must paint a picture with music and words. And we must concentrate!
I love you.
Remember, adagio con brio.
Oh, give me a lone where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play.
Give me my pencil.
Where seldom is heard a discouraging word,
Not on your
and
life.
the skies are not cloudy all day.
Don't tell me what you're told. Give me my pencil, you blockhead.
Home, home on the ranch,
Give me my pencil.
No!
where the deer and the
Not until you promise not to tell her.
play.
Stifle my
Where
brain.
seldom is heard
Give me my
a
pencil.
discouraging
No
word,
promise, no
and the
pencil.
skies are not cloudy all day. Oh, give me a land
Give me that pencil.
bright diamond sand, leisurely down the street.
Why did you take Sally's pencil?
Where the graceful white swan goes gliding along like a maid in a
He said you were
heavenly dream.
an enigma.
An enigma?
What's an enigma?
What's an enigma play?
Hey, still got my pencil!
Is heard a discouraging word.
And the skies are not cloudy all day.
You know, I've been wondering when it was that dogs first began to be considered man's best friend.
Probably right after the invention of cookies.
Mystery.
My teeth are tingling again. I feel like I'm just gonna bite someone before sundown, or I'll go stark raving mad. And yet, I know that society frowns in such an action. So what happens? I'm stuck with tingling teeth.
Each family has a chain of command. And do you know who's the lowest on that chain? Yes. It's the dog. It's the dog. The dog is the lowest. Do you understand that? Do you understand?
They hate it when you just stare at them like this.
I want, I just, I...
Oh, hi, Linus. Where are you going?
Lucy's teaching me, Charlie Brown. She says a sister is responsible for the education of her younger brother. So she's teaching me. Boy, she's intelligent.
Come along, Linus. Do you see this tree? It is a fir tree. It's called a fir tree because it gives us fur for coats. It also gives us wool in the wintertime.
I never knew that before, Lucy. That's very interesting.
This is an elm tree. It's very little, but it will grow up into a giant tree. An oak. You can tell how old it is by counting its leaves.
Gosh, Lucy, that's fascinating.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I don't mean to interfere,
Way
but...
up there, those fluffy little white things. Those are clouds. They make the wind blow. And way down there, those tiny little black things. Those are bugs. They make the grass grow.
Is that so?
That's right. They run around all day long, tugging and tugging at each tiny little seedling until it grows into a great tall blade of grass.
Oh, good grief.
And this thing here, it's called a hydrant. They grow all over, and no one seems to know just how a little thing like that gets so much water. Do you see that bird? It is an eagle, but since it's little, it has another name, a sparrow. On Christmas and Thanksgiving, we eat them.
Lucy, how can you say that? I can't just stand idly by and listen to
And
your
way
crazy...
up there, the little stars and planets make the rain that falls in showers. And when it's cold and winter is upon us, snow comes up, just like the flowers.
Now, Lucy, I know that's wrong. Snow doesn't come up, it comes down.
After it comes up, the wind blows it around so it looks like it's coming down. But actually, it comes up out of the ground like grass. Snow comes up, Charlie Brown. Snow comes up.
Oh, good grief.
Lucy, why is he banging his head against that tree?
To loosen the bark to make the tree grow faster. Come along, Linus. Clouds can make the wind blow, buds can make the grass grow. So there you go. These are the little known facts that now you know.
My stomach clock just went off. It's supper time. And Charlie Brown has forgotten to feed me. Here I lie, a withering, hollow shell of a dog. And there's my supper dish, empty. But that's all right. He'll remember. When no furry friend comes to greet him after school, then he'll remember. And he'll rush out here to the doghouse. But it'll be too late. There'll be nothing left but the dried carcass of the former friend who used to love to run and play so happily with him. Nothing left but the bleached bones.
Hey, Snoopy, are you asleep or something? I've been standing here a whole minute with your supper.
Supper time? Supper time? Behold. and meal, which has been sent to ease our hunger. Behold the flowing flagon, moist and sweet, which has been sent to slake our thirst.
There's no need for a big production. Just get down off that doghouse and eat.
It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. The best time of day. It's supper time. Yeah, it's supper time. And when supper time comes, can supper be far away? Bring on the soup dish, bring on the cup, bring on the bacon and fill me up, 'cause it's supper, 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 supper time. Dee-am-doo-da, za-dooba-yabba-dooba, supper time. Bring on the dog food, bring on the bone, bring on the barrel and roll me home. 'Cause it's supper, 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 super, supper, supper, super, supper time. Summer's nice with the ice and snow. Summertime's nice with the place to go. Bedtime, overtime, nap time too. But they just can't hold a candle to my summertime. Oh yeah! Come on! Do 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 do. Bring on the dog food, bring on the bone, bring on the barrel and roll me home. 'Cause it's supper, 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 super, supper, supper, super, supper time. Summertime, 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 summertime.
Now, why can't you eat your meal quietly and calmly? Like any other normal dog.
So what's wrong with making mealtime a joyous occasion?
I don't know, Linus. It looks like an airplane to me the way the lights are blinking on and off. Schroeder, is that an airplane or a star?
I believe it's an airplane, but it could be a satellite, you know.
Or it could be a satellite. I wonder
answer.
Well, we're never gonna find out just by sitting here.
Where are you going?
Oh, just up here to get a closer look.
I like to sit up here after supper time and hear the sounds of the night. But something seems to be missing. In my opinion, that's exactly what it needed.
I'm so happy that little red-headed girl dropped her pencil. It has teeth marks all over it. She nibbles her pencil. She's human. I guess today hasn't been such a bad day after all. Happiness is finding a pencil.
Pizza with sausage.
Telling the time.
Happiness is learning to whistle.
Tying your shoes for the very first time.
Happiness is playing the drum in your own school band.
And happiness is walking hand in hand. Happiness is 2 kinds of ice cream.
Knowing a secret.
Climbing a tree.
Happiness is 5 different crayons.
Catching a firefly, setting him free.
Happiness is being alone every now and then.
And happiness is coming home again.
Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
Happiness is having a sister.
Sharing a sandwich, getting along.
Happiness is singing together when day is through. And happiness is those who sing with you. Happiness is morning and evening, daytime and nighttime too. For happiness is anyone and anything at all that's loved by you.
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.